to you from the GDTD studios in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It's Walt Quizney. And now, here's your host, Adam Hummel.
Welcome to Walt Quizney, the Gays Do the D game show. I'm your host, Adam Hummel, and as Mickey would say, oh boy, do we have a fun show for you today. Today's Bang & Quiz theme is all that and a bag of chips. That's right, we're focusing on 1990s Disney animated and live-action feature films. But before we hop into that time machine back to that totally sweet decade, we need to meet our contestants. First up, we have Denzel from Minneapolis. Hi, Denzel.
Hello. Thank you so much for having me.
It is absolutely our pleasure. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, Denzel?
Yeah, for sure. So I am currently based in Minneapolis, but I am originally from Seattle, Washington, which is the explanation for my Instagram handle _Washington. I perform here at the Brave New Workshop mostly, which is located in downtown Minneapolis. I also work at Minnesota Public Radio in its newsroom. And I have a lot of connections with you guys, and our friend circles seem to be really intertwined. I work a floor below Anna Weigel. I interned at Mixed Blood when Amanda was still there. I love Disney. You know, it was meant to be that y'all wound up in my life.
I know it always seems like we're kind of crossing paths or just like tangentially kind of related to each other. So it was wonderful that you were joining us on the podcast and finally becoming a vocal presence on the podcast.
Yeah, you know, I was a little nervous about it at first, but my big boost of confidence is when I won a little contest where I pitched the question, what should the fans be named? And then I won what the fans should be named. So I felt like I set myself up to spike that volleyball down.
That's right. We like to keep it as efficient as possible here on Gays Do the D. So we like you to answer your own question is how we like to keep things rolling here.
That's exactly what it felt like, me typing in these, I think I submitted 5 names and I'm like, I feel like a lunatic competing in this contest that they did based off of a question I asked.
Well, Denzel, you kind of already alluded to it, but would you consider yourself a hardcore Disney fan?
I have a very particular set of Disney skills, right? So this category of 90s movies is either going to be the best or the worst because I famously was born in the 90s. But I grew up a lot on the Disney Channel stuff. So I watched a lot of these films as they were airing, and I saw a bunch of 90s films when I was very young. So they mean a lot to me, and Disney has always just been there with me. But it's weird because I feel like some people would be like, oh, you're not a super Disney fan. And I'm afraid this quiz will result in me being called a fake fan. But I have a lot of love for everything Disney. And I seem to always choose these weird off paths, like all the weird Disney Plus shows. Anything that was made for a 14-year-old girl, that is my sweet spot.
Yeah, well, I don't think you have to feel too much pressure participating in this quiz today, Denzel. If you've heard any of the previous quizzes, you know that Patrick and I are absolute messes when it comes to answering trivia. So there's no pressure.
Well, you know, I come from a performing background. You know, only one person gets the role. I'm a very naturally competitive person. So, you know, it's just like a dance audition. If I can't get the answer right, I'll at least smile to try to distract you and still make you fall in love with me.
What are some of your favorite Disney movies, Denzel?
Well, my favorite Disney movie has to be The Princess and the Frog. It was such a cultural touchstone for me. I saw it with my mom. My mom is originally from Louisiana, and I clearly remember the moment in Almost There when they switched the artwork, and I was like, oh, that artwork is hanging in my house. And I could feel my mom being like, oh my God, a Disney movie that feels like me. And that just really warms my heart. But there's all the like DComs that I always will watch when I get a chance, like Smart House, Double Team, really any of those sports ones I find hilarious, or Sport Meets Conflict, like Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off, all those sort of things. I am down for teen drama up the wazoo.
Same. Teen drama up the wazoo. Same. All for it. Well, our next contestant is Patrick Kazaiki.
Wow.
Is it Kazaiki?
Wow.
Is it Kazaiki? Is that how you say that? How do you say that? Patrick?
Keep the joke going, Adam. It's real funny for everybody.
You are also from Minneapolis, Minnesota. What keeps you busy, Patrick?
My marriage to Tom Holland, I think, has been real busy lately.
Yeah.
That's about it.
It's odd because you actually met through your restraining order to him. Is that correct?
That is absolutely correct. I was arrested, and then part of my community service is to be at Tom Holland's house. Said no judge ever.
And he fell in love with you then immediately after that?
Obviously. I think it's very obvious.
It's painfully obvious, Patrick. Painfully obvious. Patrick, how confident are you in your 1990s Disney cinematic trivia?
I am very confident that I'm not going to win this quiz.
Okay.
I'm actually a little nervous because some of my very favorite movies are from the 1990s, yet I know very little trivia about the 1990s movies.
And when you're put on the spot like this
yes.
and threatened by my presence, it probably adds to the pressure, right?
Absolutely. It does strike me, though, that you and Denzel have something in common. You were both born in the 90s, Adam the 1890s, and Denzel the 1990s.
That's rude. That's very rude.
What? What do you mean?
The advances I made for the women's vote in this country, you should be thanking me.
Facts are facts.
All right, let's get to the rules. They're really quite easy because I simply can't be bothered. I will be asking each of you 16 questions, and whoever gets the most answers correct wins the game. Why 16 questions? Because one round will be the lightning round. That's right, we're doing a lightning round, and in that round, the question will be worth 2 points. Should there be a tie, we'll enter a special bonus round where the best of 3 questions will walk away the winner. Does that make sense, gentlemen?
Yes.
Is there a dance-off?
Denzel wants a dance-off. I'm getting it from Denzel.
Yeah, I did stretch this morning, you know, as I was catching up on my soaps, also known as RuPaul's Drag Race. So I am ready to go.
Nothing says great podcasting like a visual, like a dance-off, right? I mean, that's gold.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Now for the prize. Denzel, today you are playing for a Gays Do the D mug.
Yeah! I love mugs.
Denzel, you can sip the tea or spill it with our stylish and functional beverage receptacle featuring the Gays Do the D podcast logo, and we're throwing in a handle. That's right, we are including the handle. The mug is exclusively sold on our website at gaysdothed.com. Visit gaysdothed.com/merch for all your GDTD necessities like t-shirts, tank tops, totes, mugs, masks, magnets, notebooks, and stickers. For those playing along at home, we invite you to share your point totals with us at GDTD Podcast on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. All right, guys, are you ready to have a lot of fun, maybe learn a little something you didn't know, and play Walt Quizney?
Work.
Let's do it.
All right, Denzel, you're up first. The first question is, in 1992 and 1993, 2 live-action films that Kenny Ortega directed for Disney were released. Name one of the films he directed.
Oh, no. This will show my age. I know Kenny Ortega best for the High School Musical series. And that's when he became a cultural touchstone for me. But 92 and 93, let me just think about what happened in those years.
Well, you were born.
Yeah, I was born in 93, and in 92, I was a thought, a twinkle in my mother's eye, because that's how months work. Let's see, 1993. What live action movies? Oh no. My mom wouldn't let me watch live action movies until I was 13. No, that'd be wild.
Let me just say this, Denzel. It's really tough to decide which movie you want to choose from.
Heyo.
Oh no, I'm gonna say this movie. Thank you. And if it's wrong, I will be shamed by so many friends. And I will also learn something with this guess. Would it be the hit favorite Hocus Pocus?
That is absolutely correct.
Oh, thank you. I can't tell you, I would be flayed alive if I said Hocus Pocus and didn't get like a correct answer with it. Oh, okay. I'm already sweating. Good. Oh.
All right, Patrick, the next question is for you. Which song from The Lion King was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Original Song? This is multiple choice. Was it Can You Feel the Love Tonight, Hakuna Matata, Circle of Life, or all three?
Ooh, good question. I am going to go with my instinct and say, Can You Feel the Love Tonight?
I'm sorry, Patrick. Actually, all three songs were nominated for an Academy Award for Best Original Song.
Well, there you go.
Wow.
We're learning things.
We are. I'm surprised Hakuna Matata was up there. That's not my favorite song.
Could you imagine it winning? Hakuna Matata.
I know. It's like the motto for quarantine currently. Hakuna Matata. It's not. It's not the motto. Don't use that as your motto. All right, Denzel, your next question is somewhat related to The Princess and the Frog, even though that movie was not released in the 90s, Denzel. Tiana from 2009's The Princess and the Frog is one of only 2 Disney princesses to be born in America. Who is the other princess?
Oh my God. All the Disney movies I can think that take place in America besides that are so male-centric, it hurts. And I mean, I consider Buzz a Disney princess, but not a lot of people do. Oh, God. Well, whatever it is, I'll make sure to rewatch this movie as my redemption. You know what? I'll just throw caution to the wind, and I am going to say, actually, Mulan actually takes place in a nice suburb of Minneapolis, actually. And it's actually all a fever dream that she is having. And it's actually her grandmother who is sick. So if you get through that jarring change of Be True to Your Heart, you actually pan out of the credit sequence and you just see a beautiful elderly woman slowly start to get better as she has finally got access to penicillin to help her feverish fever.
Wow, that was actually in one of the initial drafts for Mulan, so I could see why you'd go there, Denzel.
Thank you.
But it's actually Pocahontas.
Of course it would be. Of course it would.
I know, it's amazing how you can just not associate certain movies with the location in which they take place. Pocahontas, kind of a non-traditional Disney princess, but she's part of the group.
You're absolutely right. Pocahontas famously takes place in the United States. Mm-hmm.
Famously.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Patrick, moving on to your next question. Name one of the popular recording artists that Powerline is based on in 1995's A Goofy Movie.
My gut instinct, which is never correct, would associate Powerline with a mashup between MC Hammer and Prince, but I have no idea. So that's my answer. One of those two, MC Hammer or Prince.
Patrick, you're on the board with Prince.
Woohoo!
Powerline was based on Prince. He was also based on Bobby Brown and Michael Jackson.
Oh, okay. I feel like he wore those parachute pants, which MC Hammer made very famous, so that's why I said MC Hammer.
Yeah, he was kind of wearing a hazmat suit, like a fitted hazmat suit.
Yeah.
He looked so smart in it.
Yeah, I must be remembering it wrong. I just want everyone to wear parachute pants, apparently.
And why wouldn't you?
They're very comfy.
And so flattering.
Yes.
And Powerline, like Prince, is famously short, so...
Shorter than you think he'd be. Yep. All right, Denzel, your next question There is one other traditionally animated Disney film like The Hunchback of Notre Dame that takes place in France. What is the 90s animated film from Disney that takes place in France?
Oh, I feel really confident on this, which makes me feel not confident. Because watch, I get like the year wrong and people are like, it came out in 89, smack on the wrist. But it classically features the French language in its opening song, which is the only reason this is helping me. So I have to say bonjour to Beauty and the Beast.
And to that, Denzel, I say oui. Absolutely oui. You are correct.
I took French in college, and I was horrific at it. But I got to go to Morocco.
Wait.
And that's the only reason I took it.
This may be showing a complete level of ignorance on my part, but is French commonly spoken in Morocco?
No, there's like some French spoken there because it was, the French did a thing in Morocco. But we had an exchange, not an exchange program, we had a study abroad program for our J term at St. Olaf College, where you could finish your final required semester of French in Morocco. And I did Spanish in high school, was horrible at it, and decided, hey, I want to go to Morocco. But I was also really bad at French.
It makes sense. It makes sense, Denzel.
Yeah, I took Spanish so I could go to Germany. So it all fits together.
All right, Patrick, your next question. Pants, princesses in pants. Which two Disney princesses wore pants in Disney movies released in the 90s?
Oh, gosh. I am going to go with Princess Jasmine as answer number one.
Yes.
And, oh, gosh, Mulan? Is it Mulan is number two?
That is absolutely correct, Patrick.
Oh, phew. Okay, good. I love gender-bending princesses.
Moving on to your next question, Denzel. Doris Day, he's nervous when I say Doris Day, in Calamity Jane served as the inspiration for what Pixar character?
Oh, well, when I hear a name like Calamity Jane, I think of a lot of excitement, someone who maybe is a little bit rough and tumble. And I have to give it to my favorite homegirl in a sequel to make a debut. I'm going to take a risk and say Calamity Jane inspired the character of Jessie in Toy Story 2.
You got it, Denzel. That's right.
Woo! All right. If it was like something else, I would have been like, well, I know nothing. I'm packing my bags. I'm
The answer was Air Bud.
But which Air Bud?
These are the tough questions we answer here on Gays Do the D.
All right, Patrick, here's your next question. Speaking of which, Buddy, the golden retriever and star of 1997's Air Bud, also appeared as the family dog on what classic ABC family sitcom?
Oh my goodness, I have absolutely no idea. This is an example of Adam throwing me deeply under the bus. I'm going to go with Full House.
That is correct, Patrick.
What?
Yes.
That was a full-on guess.
It was a Full House on guess. Buddy also appeared on Full House as Comet.
Look at me climbing out from under that bus.
It was truly a sight to see, watching a man bravely climb from under a bus and confront the friend who threw him under it.
Thank you so much.
All right, Denzel, here is your next question. How hot is Dennis Quaid in The Parent Trap?
I call shenanigans.
What?
I've thought about this a lot. And even last night, this morning, 10 minutes before this podcast, during this podcast. And I have to say, he was started off as like an initial 7, but then when you realize that he truly cared and that he wasn't going to let anything get in the way of his family, skyrocketed to a 10.
word for word, that was my answer. He started off at a 7 and then skyrocketed to a 10 when you saw that he cared.
Amazing.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Finally. All that sexual frustration was worth it.
Patrick, your next question. At one point in Hercules, Phil, in a sight gag, cleans himself using the pelt of what famous Disney villain?
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like that bus is just heading right towards you again, or are you confident?
It is heading towards me, but I feel like the answer is in the question of pelt. So I'm going to go with Scar.
That's absolutely correct, Patrick. Phil uses the pelt of Scar to wipe himself down.
Adam, you should put bullets in that gun you're trying to shoot me with.
No, come on. Come on. All right, Denzel, you talked about High School Musical at the top of the quiz. Here's a question for you. What High School Musical starlet voices lead Blueberry Scout in 1998's A Bug's Life?
Oh, no. Well, there's 2 of them.
Yep.
Scout. I'm trying to think of Scout's voice. Is Scout more of a Gabriella or a Sharpay? And watch it, it's actually like Zac Efron. Oh my God. Scout. I think I'm going to have to say the one who had the more prominent Disney career, in my opinion. And I'm going to go with Ashley Tisdale.
You got it. It's the Tiz.
Yes.
The Tiz voiced lead Blueberry Scout.
Yes.
Patrick, here is your next question. Name the first Pixar film not to become a franchise.
The first Pixar film not to become a franchise. That's the question?
That's right.
Oh, God. Now I'm sweating. Denzel, I know how you feel. Adam hates me. I would have to say, it must be A Bug's Life. Is that correct?
That's correct. A Bug's Life.
Whew. Oh, phew.
Oh, wow.
Featuring gay icon Ashley Tisdale.
I just want to be her.
With which nose?
Oh, Patrick.
Hey-oh.
Oh, Patrick.
Oh, I said it. I said what I said.
Oh, no. The Tiz heads are going to be after you.
Denzel, your next question. What was the name of the team Gordon Bombay played for as a kid in 1992's The Mighty Ducks?
Is this a trick question?
It's not.
Oh, no. I grew up in Seattle. I didn't care about hockey. But now I'm in Minnesota, and I feel like I should have watched it when I came here. I have to go with the only team I can confidently say is in the Mighty Ducks, and I believe that would be, like, the Mighty Ducks.
It was a smart answer. Unfortunately, it was not the correct answer. It was actually the Hawks.
What a dumb animal to make your ice hockey team. Hawks can't be on ice.
You know what? I feel like that deserves a point.
If the competitor says it, that means you get it. Denzel, you miraculously earned another point for your snark.
Thank you. Thank you. And I know they're trying to reboot this Mighty Ducks thing, and I just hope it is filled with teams that can legitimately compete on the ice.
Well, we know it'll be filled with Lauren Graham. Do you like Lauren Graham?
Oh, yeah. I mean, who doesn't?
Yeah. She's going to be in it, so that's something going for it, right?
Yeah, I hear she's playing the duck.
It is sure to be a career-defining role for her. Yes, she will be the duck. All right, Patrick, your next question. Sisters Jolie and Natasha Richardson appeared separately in Disney live-action remakes in the 90s. Name one of the movies in which they appeared.
Oh boy, live-action remakes.
Yes, sir.
There are only 2 that come to mind. I'm going to go with The Parent Trap.
That's correct, Patrick. The Parent Trap. That was Natasha Richardson. Want to take a stab at the other one?
The only other one I can think of would be That Darn Cat.
I'm glad you didn't go with that. The other one was actually 101 Dalmatians.
Oh, of course.
With Jolie Richardson.
And the other gay icon, Glenn Close.
I also want to be her.
Obviously.
All right, guys, it's time for the lightning round. And just as a reminder, in the lightning round, this question will be worth 2 points. So it's a real way for you to get ahead in this game. And just so you both know, currently you are both tied with 6 points apiece.
Oh, wow.
Snap.
We are doing good.
Denzel, you're up first. You have 10 seconds to name as many animated Disney dogs from any era as possible. Are you ready?
Yes.
Your 10 seconds begins right now.
So we've got Lady. We've got Tramp. We've got the one that Sid owns in Toy Story. We've got oh no, those are cats.
Time's up.
10 seconds goes by so fast.
It really does. There may have been a grace period. I don't know. I can't really time right now, so who cares? But you ended up getting 2 dogs, so congratulations on that.
Denzel, there are literally 101 dogs in 101 Dalmatians.
You know what? I know that, and I could have just said them all, hoping they would count, but I was trying to give names.
Fair. That's fair.
And I'm not confident on a lick of a name of any of those dogs.
I wouldn't let your morals get in the way of this game, Denzel. I want you to cheat as much as possible.
That is good to know. I will take that into the next lightning round. I am now corrupted. I am like Harry Potter after he's seen some and just being like a very moody, competitive person. All right. I've removed the sweater. The dance audition has begun for real.
All right, Patrick, here is your lightning round question. You have 10 seconds or fewer or a little bit more, I don't know, to name as many animated Disney cats from any era as possible. Patrick, your 10 seconds begins right now.
Figaro, the Simba, Nala, the Cheshire Cat, Marie.
And time's up, Patrick.
Oh, God.
You actually got 5 compared to Denzel's 2. That means, Patrick, you've won the lightning round and you're walking away with 2 points.
And a mug.
You don't get the mug.
Oh, snap.
You're not going to get the mug. All right, guys. You survived the lightning round. And we're moving back to regular questions. Denzel, here is your question. What are the first names of Lindsay Lohan's characters in 1998's The Parent Trap?
Oh no. Katie and Heron. No. I don't know. I'm sure they had names. I'm just gonna go with Sporty Spice and Posh Spice.
You know what? Close, Denzel. It was actually Hallie and Annie.
See, Hallie, maybe I would have gotten like 5 minutes of just waiting. Annie, absolutely not.
She's not an Annie. She just doesn't look like an Annie.
No.
I guess that red hair, though.
Is that the same Annie?
It is the one and only Annie. There's only one Annie.
Okay.
All right, Patrick, here is your next question. Of the following animated leading men, who really did it for me in the 90s and still does it for me today? This is multiple choice, Patrick. Is it Phoebus, Li Shang, Aladdin, Beast as a Human, Tarzan, or all of the above?
I mean, if you're a true gay, it must be all of the above.
Obviously, correct. Yes, all of the above do it for me today, as much as they did it for me in the 90s.
Yeah, specifically Li Shang.
I mean, he's shirtless, right?
Yeah.
So many times is he shirtless.
Mm-hmm. He made a man out of you, Adam.
Denzel, is there one out of that list that particularly does it for you? Phoebus, Li Shang, Aladdin, Beast as a Human, or Tarzan?
I am definitely a Lee Shang kind of person. I will be honest, and I will throw a little shade. Beast as a human, I think I prefer just Beast. I mean, I'm in the Midwest. I'm gonna find hairy men. He's gonna keep you warm, he's big and strong, and just looking at his human self, I'd be like, this is the same face that wasn't kind and got you into this shit in the first place. I think he should have had a Shrek moment where it should have been a transformation and then just stayed the Beast, because that's who Belle fell in love with.
That's a very good point.
Yeah, absolutely. This is groundbreaking, and I love it. I'm here for it. I think you've won the game, Denzel.
Oh my goodness. It's like Quidditch. I caught the snitch.
You did. You caught Beast's snitch.
Yes.
Hey-oh.
All right, Denzel, here's your next question. 1999's Tarzan was Chris Buck's directorial debut. What Disney mega hit franchise did he go on to co-direct?
I can think of a few. And I can only think of one, and it's the silliest franchise that is a mega hit, just not for me. And I would be shocked if the man behind Tarzan also worked on this. But, like I said, I never claimed to be good at this trivia thing. So I am going to say, and therefore deeming it a true mega hit franchise, I'm going to say Cars.
I'm sorry, Denzel. It's actually Frozen.
Really?
Yes, Frozen.
Oh, wow. I've heard of this Frozen thing before. Yeah, it features actually those same sisters we talked about, Anna and Haley.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Those two famous sisses.
Who will also be featured in A Mighty Ducks. The Mighty Ducks. Just one Mighty Duck.
Nope, just one.
Starring
just
Lauren
one Mighty
Graham.
Duck.
Patrick, your next question is Wayne Knight, who played Newman on Seinfeld, provided voices for characters in 3 90s Disney movies. Name one of the movies.
Oh, dear. This is my least knowledgeable category is voice actors. Shot in the dark, I'm going to say Toy Story 2.
That is correct. He provided the voice of Al from Al's Toy Barn in Toy Story 2.
I had a feeling that was the specific character he voiced.
I'm just going to give you a quick score update. Denzel, you have 6 points, and Patrick, you have 10 points.
Uh-oh.
Don't worry, Denzel. You're going to win regardless. Let's continue the quiz. Denzel, Tim Allen stars as Michael Cromwell in 1997's Jungle to Jungle. Is Tim Allen the worst?
I would say Tim Allen is the worst until I've had my morning coffee, and then he's neither here nor there.
Again, word for word, Tim Allen is the worst until I've had my morning coffee, and then he's neither here nor there. That is absolutely correct, Denzel.
Amazing. Amazing.
Oh my God. I just felt it. That answer just permeate into my body. I think I'm getting better at this. The more I sweat out my stupidity, the more I absorb energy and facts.
The same for me, only I'm sweating out my vodka from last night.
What about the vodka from this morning?
No, that's still fully in my system.
Got it. Mm-hmm. Patrick, Home Alone, which featured John Candy, was released on the same day domestically as what 1990 Disney animated classic featuring the voice talent of John Candy?
Oh, well, that would be The Rescuers Down Under then, I believe.
That's correct. They were both released on November 16th, 1990.
My favorite movie, Don't Come For Me, with The Rescuers Down Under.
I did, but you answered it, so good job.
Mm-hmm. And that's that little movie with the mice, right?
How very dare you? How very dare you?
All right, Denzel, your next question, true or false? 1990's DuckTales the movie, Treasure of the Lost Lamp, is the first Disney animated movie to be spun off from a television series.
Well, Yeah, sure. Why not? Wouldn't that be fun? I'm gonna say yeah, because I like Disney having that fun fact for itself, and I like that it's DuckTales. So I'm just gonna say yes. True.
And to that answer, I'm going to say, yeah, sure, why not? Wouldn't that be fun? You're absolutely correct.
Yeah. If people could see me now.
Ooh, the dance-off. The dance-off has begun.
I know all my dances are just various Peanuts characters.
Mine are from Scooby-Doo, so you're in good company.
That Freddy.
That neckerchief, though.
I think he called it an ascot, and I'm like, yeah, it is.
Yeah, he has a real nice ascot. Okay.
Patrick, Belle's blue and white dress and hairstyle in 1991's Beauty and the Beast were inspired by what famous fairy tale movie heroine?
Oh, wow. I have to guess Alice from Alice in Wonderland?
I'm sorry, Patrick. It's actually Dorothy from MGM's The Wizard of Oz.
Oh, of course. I just don't think of The Wizard of Oz as a fairy tale movie, but of course it is.
It is an American fairy tale.
If you consider Oz to be in America, which it is, obviously.
And may I say, that was a wicked great attempt at a question.
Girl.
All right, guys, just to give you an update on the score, Denzel now has 8 points. Patrick has 11, and we have 3 questions left.
Wow. Wait a minute.
Does that math add up? I don't know. Does it matter?
Nope. Nothing matters anymore, Adam. Nothing matters in quarantine.
Fantastic. Denzel, here's your next question. What dance does Timon do to distract the hyenas in 1994's The Lion King?
Oh, classically and famously, he does the hula.
That's absolutely correct.
What a moment. What a moment for, like, drag culture.
Truly. Truly.
The first Disney drag queen.
Patrick, your next question. Comedian and actor Billy Crystal was originally offered the chance to voice which Toy Story character?
Oh, goodness. It's either Barbie or I'm going to go ahead and say Woody.
I'm actually shocked, Patrick, because we've talked about this on the podcast before, I believe.
Oh, no, it's
Yes, it's Buzz.
Oh, snap.
But it does seem like it would be Woody, does it not?
It does seem like it would be Woody, especially given his role in the hit movie City Slickers.
Cowboy in that movie could have been a cowboy, but was offered Buzz instead. All right, Denzel, your next question. In 1996's The Hunchback of Notre Dame, what is the name of Frollo's solo song? He's only got one song in the show.
Yeah, and it's a good one.
Scared the bejesus out of kids.
Yeah, and it's, like, oddly sexually charged.
Yes.
Yeah, but what is it called?
What if that was the title?
Oh, no. I mean, that's what I call it. And it's not Topsy Turvy, which is the only song I can recall from it. I am going to say a wrong but fun answer, and I'm just going to call it, like, Condemned. Spooky, ominous.
That's great. That's a great answer. It's actually the classic Disney hit Hellfire.
Wait, it's actually... That's so bizarre that they would use hell in a title.
Yeah, it's kind of shocking.
Wow. All right, Disney. Being edgy.
All right, Patrick, your next question. What is Robin Williams' character's last name in the 1997 film Flubber?
Oh, no. Oh, gosh. I should know this because it's in one of my favorite rides, the Figment Imagination ride in Epcot. They use his name. All I can think of is this is the wrong answer is Selinsky, but that's the name of the guy in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Oh, gosh. Okay, hold on. Wait for it. His last name is Flubber.
Wow. Wow.
Is that right?
It's actually Brainerd.
Yes, of course it is.
Brainerd.
Oh,
I was also thinking Dr. Flubber.
Dr. Flubber, obviously.
It's Dr. Flubber and his monster.
Obviously. I am no longer allowed in Epcot. I can't go back.
All right, guys, we're down to our final 2 questions. I think I wasn't really keeping track that well, but that's okay. Denzel, here is your final question for Walt Quizney. There are 9 muses in Greek mythology. How many are depicted in 1997's Hercules?
Yeah, I have the image in my head, and it's either 5 or 6, but I feel like they create like an arc, and there's a nice like middle point that I always think would be Beyonce when it eventually goes to Broadway. So I'm going to say there are 5 muses depicted in Hercules.
You got it, Denzel. 5 fabulous muses.
Yes. They are my favorites. Every time the movie starts and I hear "We Are the Muses," I scream. Every time I hear "Don't you mean Hercules," I die.
We're going to have to make a date to go see the live action Hercules when it comes out then. Hopefully the songs will be included.
Mm-hmm.
They have to be.
Patrick, your final question for Walt Quizney. What beloved Disney actress was originally considered for the role of Mrs. Potts before it went to Angela Lansbury?
Oh, my God. Oh, you know how to make me angry, Adam. Julie Andrews is my answer.
God, you are on fire today, Patrick. That's correct. It is Julie
Oh, wow.
Andrews.
That was a full-on guess.
And with that, we wrap up this Walt Quizney. Denzel, you leave us with 10 points. Patrick somehow squeaked out 12 points for this quiz. But guess what, Denzel, you're still a winner. That means you'll be receiving our GDTD podcast mug.
Yay.
Oh, yay! I did so much better on this quiz than I thought. I am happy I got an answer correct, let alone 10 points. I feel very much validated. I'm not a fake fan. I walked through today and just, I would say like plan my next trip to Disney, but I can't quite do that yet because of the state of the world. But I will longingly look at Instagram photos of people in Florida who are there.
Well, Denzel, we thank you so much for coming on the podcast and for being a listener and a commenter. We sincerely appreciate all of your support for Gays Do the D.
Like listening to one episode, I was immediately hooked, and I was like, "Well, that's my Monday." Listening to it, and I'm a fan of the longer episodes. I will break the mold. Make it 3 hours. You're gonna be in my ear as I go through work, and it's just gonna be a good old time with me and my friends who I talk to, but they never respond.
Denzel, before we go, can you tell us where people can find you on social media?
Yeah, I'm on Instagram and Twitter at @from_Washington. And that's where you'll see a lot of the stuff that I keep up with, a few selfies, and some of my comedic writing that I've been doing in quarantine as well.
Thanks, Denzel. And thanks for joining us for Walt Quizney. If you would like to join us as a contestant, drop us a DM on Instagram at GDTD Podcast or send us an email at info@gaysdothed.com. And we'll be sure to add you to the list. Until next time, this is Adam Hummel reminding you to help control the pet population. Have your pets spayed or neutered. Goodbye, everybody.
Wow.
That will do it for this episode of Gays Do the D. Thanks for listening. To become a patron of the podcast, visit our website at gaysdothed.com/donate. For a donation of any amount, you can receive exclusive Gays Do the D content and help us continue to bring you the very best Disney news and discussion. Continue the conversation after this episode on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at GDTD Podcast, and submit your questions or show ideas to info@gaysdothed.com. Have a great week, everybody. See you real soon.